Hello and welcome to the Football Terrace. My name is RDF from Total Football Analysis, and today we're going to have a look at Albert Lokonga and what he could bring to the Arsenal side. Arsenal have reportedly agreed a deal with Anderlecht for their 21-year-old captain Albert Lokonga for around €17.5 million plus add-ons. He had an impressive season in 2020-21 and had been linked with Arsenal for some time now. The deal looks like it's finally going to be done, putting some Arsenal fans at ease, but because he's played his football in the Belgian First Division, it's understandable that many fans may not know too much about Lokonga's game. So, in this scout report, in the form of a tactical analysis, we will try to break down his strengths and how he could possibly fit in for Arsenal. My honest prediction would be that he doesn't start right away for the Gunners, but it's not to say that this will not be a great signing for the North London team. So before we get stuck into the analysis, make sure you are subscribed to the Football Terrace, make sure you like this video as well, and you can also share it. But for now, let's get started. Looking at Lokonga's profile and playing style will help us understand what the 21-year-old is good at and if his playing traits can affect Arteta's Arsenal over the years to come. And the place to start would be to identify where exactly on the pitch he likes to operate. Anderlecht played 39% of their games using a 4-4-2 formation, where Lokonga typically played on the right side of central midfield. The other two formations Anderlecht used more frequently in the 2020-21 season was a 4-2-3-1, a formation Mikel Arteta actually switched to last season. The Belgium side also used the 4-3-3, a tactic familiar with Arteta and one he said he plans to use. If Arteta decides to use a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, Lokonga should not be unfamiliar with the shape, at least. The heat map shows that he's been pretty busy in midfield, having operated just about in all the central areas between the two boxes. Lokonga is quick, fit and agile, and he uses his physical abilities on the pitch, something that Arsenal may have been missing in midfield. But there's much more in Lokonga's locker than just his physical ability. He's an active passer and a player who likes to progress the ball up the pitch, which we will move on to next. Lokonga played an important role for Anderlecht in their build-up stages from deep. He has a good passing range, which we will touch on later, but he also possesses dribbling ability that helps his side progress up the pitch. Lokonga can be seen on various different occasions just before collecting the ball, attempting to read the situation before executing his next move. His physical attributes also benefits his excellent on-the-ball skills too. The 21-year-old is somewhat a deep-lying playmaker, with fewer defensive responsibilities which lay on his midfield partner or partners. He likes to receive the ball from deep, and along with his technical skills on the ball, he uses his agility and speed to escape from pressure or tight spaces and progresses possession. Lokonga attempted 3 dribbles and completed 2.2 progressive runs per 90 in the Belgium top league. At Arsenal, that would rank him first with attempted dribbles and second with progressive runs amongst the midfielders. Here, Lokonga drops deep to collect the ball from the Anderlecht goalkeeper from a goal kick. He has, by this point, already scanned over his left shoulder whilst picking up the ball inside his own box to read the situation. Once he's collected the ball, he lifts his head immediately to assess his options again. As the Antwerp player has committed to pressing Lokonga, he may have sensed that beating him with a dribble was on. As the second Antwerp player gets tight to Lokonga, he uses his technical skills on the ball and physical attributes to beat the two men that press on either side of him. Lokonga gets the beating of both players and now has a passing option ahead of him. If the pass is made, he's effectively taken 4 Antwerp players out of the game. Instead, he continues to dribble with the ball near the halfway line before attempting a defence splitting pass. With Anderlecht chasing the game at this point, he may have attempted to force a chance for his side to get back into the game. This trait can be effective for Arsenal when or if he does play. With Arsenal building up from the back, they will have a player able to beat those who choose to press high, trying to prevent Arsenal from progressing. He uses his body well, he can draw in fouls to release pressure, and when he's travelling from central midfield to collect the ball from deep, he can attract the opponent to him, and this can create space for his teammates to roam into. The downside about Lokonga travelling to collect the ball is that he's often facing his own goal. This leaves little room for error with his first touch, especially with the game being quicker and possibly more aggressive in the Premier League. The 21-year-old isn't the finished article, and at times his first touch can let him down. When looking at the passing charts in the Belgium top tier, Lokonga doesn't stick out in any category. He is top 5 with passes into the final third, highlighting his progressive play. But there are two things that I find interesting about Lokonga. The first would be his long range passing and the frequency in which he's attempting them. This seems like something he's adding to his game as he develops. Comparing to his 1920 season stats, he attempted 2.5 long passes per 90 with a 48.3 accuracy percentage. In the 2021 season, he attempted 5.18 long passes per 90 with a 60.3 accuracy percentage. So not only is he attempting more long passes, suggesting that he's adding that to his game, his accuracy has also increased, which tells me that he's also improving in this area. Many of these long passes have been to switch play or an attempt to get the ball into the path of an advancing player making a darting run. Here, he spotted his offensive fullback on the move and played a successful long-range pass into his path. For Arsenal, Kieran Tierney plays as an attacking fullback on the left and could thrive on passes like this. This screenshot captures Lokonga's vision and decision making. As touched on before, he's a good scanner, and here, he saw his striker make a move between the two central defenders and plays a long pass into the striker's path. This move ended in a goal and Lokonga getting an assist. In this final screenshot, Lokonga plays a long ball over the top to his pacey striker, attempting to beat Club Brugge's high defensive line. Again, this shows good vision and awareness. Though the pass was completed, it wasn't perfect, and the Anderlecht striker had to stretch to get his shot off once he met the ball. His long passing isn't perfect or near excellent, but the 21-year-old is certainly developing in this area and can become an effective long-range passer for Arsenal. The second thing that interested me about Lokonga's passing is his technique to trick an opponent with a pass. Some may call it disguised passing. It's a technique where he shapes his body as if he's about to make a pass in one direction but passes in another, outwitting his opponent. This can be very useful to break lines and also to keep possession for his team. This image captures the Genk left back anticipating the pass out wide because of Lokonga's body shape. The disguised pass is then made inside for the attacker to go through on goal. In this example, he's shaped as if he's about to play the ball into feet, but instead, he plays a well-weighted through ball into the attacking fullback, taking 3 plays out of the game with 1 pass. And in these shots, he's opened up his body as if he's about to play a simple pass with his left foot to his teammate on the edge of the box. He instead plays a chip through ball into the path of an attacking player, setting him up for a volley. The attack ended with the defender blocking the shot. Generally, Lokonga likes to dictate play with short and quick passing that keeps the team ticking. He has the vision to spot a defence splitting pass, but his technique isn't always there to execute that action perfectly. He attempts 55.35 passes per 90 with an 87.7 success rate, an increased number of passes from the season before, suggesting he's becoming more influential. The Belgian First Division is a good standard of football, but it's not the Premier League. He may be used to having a few seconds on the ball, not that he takes too many touches, but it could take time for any player to get used to the little time you have on the ball in the Premier League and the intensity in which your opponents try to close you down. Statistically, for defensive stats, nothing jumps out for Lokonga, but you must take Anderlecht's off-the-ball approach into consideration. Anderlecht aren't a pressing side. They allow, on average, 12.52 passes before making a defensive action, making their PPDA below the league's average. Interestingly, Arsenal allow 13.42 passes, so Lokonga may not have to do too much adapting when it comes to Arsenal's off-the-ball work. The ex-Anderlecht captain won 64.4% of his 5.252 defensive duels per 90, making him one of the most successful midfielders in winning the ball in the Belgian First Division. He does, however, complete 4.86 interceptions per 90. His defensive awareness isn't bad and he uses his physical attributes to his advantage. Because of his quick acceleration and agility, he does well covering, especially for his right fullback. His long legs though enable him to cover more space to make interceptions. We can see here how we can use his long legs effectively. The Antwerp player looks as if he's got an easy pass in field, but Lokonga's left leg is able to eat up space, intercept the pass and set Anderlecht on the counter-attack. Another example can be seen here against Club Brugge. Lokonga has positioned himself between 2 passing options where he can use his long legs to intercept either pass. The pass was eventually made to the left of Lokonga where he stretched his left leg and successfully won the ball back for his side. And here, he leaves the ganked defender with a passing option in field, knowing that he can move in and intercept if the pass is attempted. As the pass is made, that triggers Lokonga to then press and make his move. He successfully intercepts and puts Anderlecht in a 3 versus 2 situation against Genk's defence. This would certainly be welcomed at Arsenal. You could compare this side of the game to Partey's in that he uses his body and physical attributes smartly to win the ball back for his side, and a midfield with the two could make it very difficult to play through the lines, though a midfield 2 of Partey and Lokonga isn't likely in the very near future. But just like most players in his age group, there is still a lot of developing to do. At times, he may be too eager to win the ball back and give away a foul, but just like most of his slight concerns, this isn't a serious issue and something that could be coached through both experience and the training pitch. So, to conclude the scout report, I believe that Albert Lokonga is a good match for Arsenal, but one that may be for the future. He's technically sound, he has a good physical profile and can do a competent job in winning the ball back for his side. He's certainly not the finished article and can display raw moments, but this could all be worked on. His future is bright, he's mobile, so in theory, the speed of the Premier League may not be too much of an issue. A lot of teams now play with a press, and his ability to beat pressing players is always going to be huge in modern day football. His mobility, stretchy legs and defensive awareness also allows him to make interception and get his team back on the ball. Then his side can either counter or rest depending on the tactical situation. But unfortunately, that wraps up this scout report, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. My name is RDF from Total Football Analysis, and don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you are subscribed to the Football Terrace, make sure you like this video, also you can share it. Hopefully I will speak to you guys soon, bringing you more videos just like this. Hope you've enjoyed it again, and I'll see you soon. Stay safe.